I wanted to clarify and get some extrapolation from you guys on something. I think, Matt, that you revealed the story recently of Shaq doing something to Lou Amundson that I thought should have resulted in an immediate prison sentence. I believe it was on Paul George's podcast that you told the story of Shaq running around for a practice with Lou Ammundson's mouth guard underneath or around his testicles. I'm not sure exactly where matters, but it's one. I first of all, I can't imagine someone doing that to either one of you two. Okay, I cannot imagine someone having the literal sweaty balls to do that to you two. But that's not okay, guys. Like, there's nothing about that that's okay.
No, absolutely not at all. Absolutely not. There's nothing that okays that. But again, Shaq, you're talking about two big personalities. We go from Draymond to Shaq, and Shaq, 7 foot, 360 plus pounds. And at that time in Phoenix, obviously on the backside of his career, but I still credit one of the funnest seasons I've ever had just because he was in that locker room. And although he may have crossed the line at times by doing stuff like that and chasing people around naked, Shaq was just, again, one of those guys that really knew how to keep it light, no pun intended. And then also, obviously, when it was game time, it was time to go. But Shaq is just an incredible human, and he definitely did a few things to cross the line, that being one of them. But again, man,
Matt, I'm going to stop you right here, and I want the thoughts that are inside Steven's head because he's shaking his head. He's been shaking his head since I asked the question, and I think you're being very nice to Shaquille O'Neal. You're being very gentle with this. Again, prison sentence is what if I was on the bit excessive. No, it's not a bit excessive. It is not a bit excessive. If I was on a jury, I would say, Shaq, I know this isn't on the books anywhere, the rules, but if this is a criminal sentence, I want your thoughts, Steven.
I mean, Shaq is big bro. We all love Shaq, but a line would have been drawn. Big fella, you running at me naked, and I ain't with all that. You get mad till we get ready. I'm going to go to the car and get something to even this fight out. Because I'm not going to be running from you while you're naked. I'm going to go show you I'm serious, and you go play with somebody else.
Go play with somebody else.
What is the angriest you guys have ever been at a teammate? Or what's the angriest story you've ever heard as a reaction to a prank? I think I heard one time Kenyon Martin was really mad because they filled his car with popcorn, a brand new car, one of his teammates, and I'd heard that story. What is the teammate story that you guys have where you saw a teammate so angry that it actually escalated to the place that Steven's talking about, where he's going to his car to even things out?
I remember being in Indiana, and Danny Granger had just signed with the team. We had the veteran Darryl Armstrong on our team, and if you know Darryl Armstrong, he's a serious guy, black college. He takes basketball super serious, and he's a vet. So Danny Granger shows up to practice late. He comes in, and Darryl Armstrong was like, "You're a rookie. You have to be here early." He told him to, to his private place. Darryl Armstrong got off the bike and went half court and maybe 2 steps and hit Danny with a Mike Tyson 21-year-old punch. And Danny was early for the rest of the season.
Just like that? Like just walked right up to him and just hit him?
If you know Darryl Armstrong, he don't play.
Different times. That was good. My story. I remember really my first NBA practice. I get drafted, I got cut, go to the G League, get called up by the Clippers. This is back in the Sterling era, practicing that South by Southwest where you had to leave the back door open so your car didn't get broken into. My very first practice, when I walk into practice, Quentin Richardson and Keon Dooling are in a real fist fight, like a real fist fight. Quentin Richardson's a big old bear, and obviously KD, was quick on his feet with a nice little jab. But my first NBA practice, I'm walking into 2 guys that were friends, and we're friends after that. But really, it just put them up and squared up, and we're really fighting. I was like, oh, this is what the NBA is about. I'm gonna be all right.
I've never understood that about your environment. I feel like in our environment, if any of us got into a fist fight, that would probably be the end of our relationship.
Facts. I agree. I've never had a fight with nobody I'm friends with.
I don't understand what it is about your environment. I remember Ray Allen talking about this one time.
It's competitive,
Well,
Dan.
yeah, but it's you also can't be in your feelings. Like it's just not. It's not a place that tolerates you being fragile about your feelings. And if there's a fight, I would think that's something that I would remember. I'd have a hard time working with that person later in the day.
Mm-hmm. I guarantee Kenyon Doolin and Quinn Richardson don't talk today.
Oh, probably not. But they was cool the rest of the season.
They was
from
cool.
what I seen.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
They just got through the season.
That's what the rules were.
Yeah.